What is up, you guys? Just going live on this lovely day. Not much to it. You guys can ask me anything. Today's Friday, so yep. You guys can ask me anything fitness related. Sorry about the sound. I have my window open just because it's kind of hot in here. Yeah, so just kind of ignore if you hear cars driving. But yeah, if you guys have any, so fucking annoying. Why are there garbage trucks everywhere? But if you guys have any questions, fitness related, about me, about any of the fights, that, you know, because again, I follow MMA pretty closely, about the fights. We got the Deontay Wilder plus, let me see this real quick. But yeah, they have the Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz fight tomorrow, so that'll be pretty interesting. Let me see. But yeah, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. Sorry, I'm just looking at my YouTube real quick. I think that Deontay Wilder is going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Luis Ortiz pulled it off. He got pretty close last time. Almost knocked out Deontay Wilder. But yeah, it was a pretty close fight last time up until the knockout. I think a lot of the judges had Luis Ortiz winning. I'm not sure, can't remember, but I think he was winning like on point, like points. But then it don't matter with Deontay Wilder. You know, he could knock you out in a second. So that was one of the issues with that. Obviously, you know, like he said himself, he only has to be good for like 10 seconds, you know, 15, 20 seconds. That's it. All he needs is one good punch, and then, you know, just start headhunting at that point once he wobbles you and you're done. Now, Luis has definitely some power for himself, but Deontay has a really good chin. So basically, it's a battle of who, I mean, it's a battle of two things. Luis can knock out Deontay Wilder, so Ortiz can knock him out. I don't think that's likely though, but he definitely has that capability. So he has that capability, and but I think it's more probable that he beats him if it goes all 12 rounds. Oh, there's something around. If it goes all 12 rounds, he could beat him that way. And then just beat him by points. But again, we've seen how that went with the Tyson Fury, and it was bullshit. So yeah. So Tyson Fury got robbed when he fought Deontay Wilder. So if you're just coming in, what's up? How you doing? You can ask me anything about fitness, MMA, boxing, life. Yep, ask me anything you want. I'm just talking about the fight right now. Enjoying a good Friday. It's 2:10 where I'm at, 2:10 p.m. It's a good day. Taking my off day today. Last week I was really sick, so yeah. While I am waiting, I'm going to be working on some fitness programs for everyone, for you guys. Some pretty good programs I got lined up on deck. Basically, these programs are going to be for their one-off program. So you buy them, that's it. I haven't come up with the price. They're not going to be expensive. They're going to be pretty cheap, especially for how long you can use them. Right now, I'm kind of settling on $50 so per program. So that'll be pretty cool. I wonder how that's going to look. Let me see this. Again, if you have any questions, if you're watching this after the fact, you can always comment. Ask me anything you want. Okay. I'm just testing some things out, testing some links. No, it's having me. Just reading some YouTube. When I checked the link real quick, YouTube had some more things I had to review for myself. Huh. Doesn't seem to huh. Okay, cool. Seems good. Seems good for me. What's up? You're just coming in, you can ask me, oh, what did I have for breakfast? What did I have for breakfast? Oh, I woke up. I had 2 bananas, an apple, and a glass of almond milk. And then I did boxing, and then I had a bowl of the Special K protein cereal when I came back. What's up to anyone coming in? Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, what'd you have for breakfast? But yeah, so I've ate twice already today. What's up to anyone coming in? What's up? You must have a big butt, man. You haven't ate yet? Why? No, someone put something stupid. I don't know who that is. Request a song? I don't know about that. YouTube's kind of weird with the music, man. No, Cali girl, someone's, I don't know, it doesn't show the comment in here. It must be spam or something. Oh, wait, no, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, there's one person here. Let me see. Oh, I have no idea who that is. No, I have no way to play that right now, man. I have no way to play that right now. Yeah, I have no speakers, and my phone's being used for the live stream, so my monitor doesn't have a speaker to it. So sorry about that. I have no idea what that is. Damn, you guys are weird. What's up? What's up to everyone coming in? Yeah, sometimes that happens. It was like that one time I had that like Instagram infestation or something. What up, Shane? How you doing? If you have any questions, fitness related or not, something about MMA, fighting, it's my favorite sport. It's what I follow. Video games, I've been keeping tabs on that. That Google Stadia has been... Yeah, you see, you remember that? Yeah, those weirdos. December 14th is the next fight. Well, the next... There's a boxing fight tomorrow with Deontay Wilder. Yeah, you can eat my poop if you want. Yep, I'll save it for you. It feels like I'm looking at you? Oh yeah, because I'm looking at the camera. No shit. Oh yeah, I know Ackman. Yeah. He had we had a couple sponsorships a while back. Yeah, I know who you are. Weirdo. What do you mean, do I remember? Wait, is this who I think that is? Isn't that you, Stephanie? I thought that was you. Watch it not be you. Oh yeah, see, I know, yeah. When you ask, do you remember who I am? It sounds weird. Shane, you still keeping up with Ackman's videos? His channel blew up, huh? I was watching him since like 40K. So yeah, it pretty much... No, you're... Wait, what? No, you're still little sister. Yeah, Shane, how are you liking Modern Warfare? It's weird, and I hate to say this, but I honestly think, yeah, Modern Warfare has its problems, but it's still the best Call of Duty in a long time, in my opinion. At least since like Black Ops 2. I thought, and by better, I mean the most fun. I don't mean like, I know it has issues. The camping is horrible. The maps aren't the best, but the feeling of the game, in my opinion, and just the fun that I have with it, it's better than Infinite Warfare. It's better than World War II. It's better than Black Ops 3 and 4. Yeah, so the last one, I didn't play Modern Warfare 3, so I can't know. And it was better. Yeah, I think the last one that I had a lot of fun on was Black Ops 2. And then Black Ops 1. Oh, okay, see? Apparently they had a big update today that didn't do jack shit, so I don't know. They were supposed to fix the game with the big update, but I've already watched 2 videos on the update and it didn't seem too promising. Yeah, the thing is, look, with Game Changers, I didn't watch it, yeah, but one... Game Changers, it has like a, how do I say? I heard some stuff in it, and what they were like, I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I don't know. But I think there were some weird facts that they were stretching. But what sucks is then I think the meat eaters or people who eat meat are gonna jump on it and say, "Oh, that's not true," when that's not the point. The point of veganism still stands. But I do think that I haven't seen it yet. Seems like a really good film, but I don't know. Patrick Baboumian was a big. I heard he was a big topic in that film, and he's actually gonna do him and Brian Shaw are gonna compete in some form of event. So I think that's gonna be really cool to see that. Um, Patrick Baboumian is a strongman, a vegan strongman. People always try to knock him because he didn't win World's Strongest Man. One of the people that was knocking him never won World's Strongest Man either, and actually holds no records, whereas Patrick Baboumian holds some records, some world records, and has competed against some people. So certain people try to hype him up too much. Some people knock him down too much, and I don't know. It seems like a good film. I do need to watch it, but I don't know. Joe Rogan, he has a fucking problem with vegans. I really like him, but vegans just trigger him because he knows he's wrong. I know he knows he's wrong, but whatever. Shane, you said it didn't do anything, so I went to Black Ops 4. What do you mean? Oh, the patch? You went back to Black Ops 4? I don't know. Black Ops 4, I don't like the art style of Black Ops 4, man. That shit's like, the feeling and the vibe, that spacey, like, cartoony, floaty kind of look to it. I don't like that look, man. I hate that look. I like the more realistic, yeah. No, you're good, Stephanie. You're good. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, it does feel... What do you mean it feels too mixed, Shane? I just like that, the kind of like gritty, realistic feeling of a Modern Warfare, the one that just came out. I like that. Like, it seems super realistic. Just the feeling of the movements, real nice. Boots on the ground. No crazy how do I say, no crazy, like, I don't know, just no weird shit, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Black Ops series started to get kind of out of whack after 2. I don't know. I didn't really like 3, and then 4. I don't know. I didn't really play 4. I seen it. Yeah, with all the specialists and shit, and they started bringing classes, I'm just like, I don't know. Because I started playing with Modern Warfare 2. I went back and played the original Modern Warfare, which I really liked. But even, like, Modern Warfare 2 had a fuck ton of problems, but it was fun. Everyone can deny that it was fun. It had a ton of issues, though. You know, kill streaks, linking to other kill streaks. The kill streaks were OP. Dual shotties was straight cancer. Noob tubes. I mean, there was just some weird ass shit. The game was halfway broken, but it was fun. Iconic maps, and it was just a ton of fun. People liked it. You know, not the best qualities aren't always the most fun. The most balanced aren't always the most fun. Modern Warfare 2 was by far one of the most fun. I think, yeah. So I don't know. To be honest, man, I'm more of a Halo person. Halo is my favorite game. I'm just waiting till the next Halo comes out next year. But I play Call of Duty when I see one that changes a lot. So I skipped like the last 2 or something like that, or 1. Played World War II when that came out, and before World War II, I skipped like 3 of them. I skipped Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 4. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about the sound. No, yeah, you're right though. The camping is kind of annoying. I do think that people are exaggerating just a crumb on that, just a crumb. I feel like if I just slow down a little bit. Hold the fuck up! Damn, someone's throwing a tantrum out there. Yeah, but I don't know. Like the camping is bad. It's bad, trust me. But I don't know. I didn't really feel like I had to camp. I just the one thing that sucks is if you want to play super rush heavy, it's not good. It is not good. It's more anti-rush in my opinion than it is camping because I don't really camp. But if I play slow, walk slow, check corners, I don't need to camp. I'll do okay. But if I start trying to rush, I do horrible. Troy My Joy says, my man's all the cool kids are playing Pokemon Sword and Shield to get with the times. Um, what isn't that on Switch? I don't even have Switch. I want Switch for Smash Brothers, but I don't really play Pokemon anymore. I had maybe like a little run with it, but I don't know. I just don't play Pokemon that much. Seems cool. It's just don't have the system for it, and I don't know. I'm into other games right now. Mortal Kombat 11. I took a small break from it. I'm about to start probably playing it again, but Mortal Kombat 11 is one game I'm playing a lot. Halo, it's coming out. It's launching with the next Xbox, the next one, the Project Scarlet or whatever. So I'm gonna get the Project Scarlet when that drops with the Halo. But yeah, so right now I'm just playing a lot of Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, some Overwatch, some Borderlands 3. Seems pretty good. But yeah, Shane, I couldn't really, I can't, I sometimes I have success rushing, but I can't rush. And I feel like when I rush more average than not, I'm getting screwed. I'm getting shot from some angle. It's just not. There's so many buildings, so many places for people to hide and peek and just sit, I guess. I don't know. It was hard for me. Way too hard. But yeah, it was not oh yeah, he does. I have to watch that video. I haven't watched that one yet. But whenever I watch his videos, he he's on point with his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. And he's one of the few people which I really like that he I didn't like how a lot of people were shitting on Halo 5. Like Halo 5 had some messed up stuff to it, but Halo 5 had some good things to it. He's one of the few people that can analyze things without really being biased. I remember he had a video like 10 things I like about Halo 5, and I think he was spot on, you know? Like Halo 5 had a lot of things that were wrong to it, but I think that it did a lot of things right. I think that the multiplayer was very crisp, clean, and competitive. Despite whether or not you like the thrusting or not, it was very clean and it was a competitive Halo. Fair starts, the skill ceiling, despite what some people say, the skill ceiling on Halo 5 is extremely high. The YouTuber by the name of Shyway goes over it very well. Halo 5 has one of the highest skill ceilings of any of the Halos. And I've been playing since Halo 2, so I'm not a new Halo player. I'm not being biased. But yeah, Halo 5, really high skill ceiling. I just think the multiplayer was so well put. Which is my favorite component but of Halo is the multiplayer. But it had so many things wrong with it that it was kind of hard to, you know, bad campaign, weird looking art style, lack of modes at launch, the rec system and the basically loot boxes. I mean, I know there's more. The bugs that it had, it just was not. I mean, the Forge was amazing, the best Forge we've ever got. It just, you know, Warzone is pretty fun. I think that was a good addition. But yeah, it just has a lot of shit, you know, to it. So I've been keeping up with the next Halo notes and stuff that they've been dropping, man. And it seems like very promising, but we just got to see what they do with the monetization. If they mess that up and lock half the shit behind like randomized loot boxes, it's not going to be cool at all. It's going to be so messed up. What's up for everyone who just came in? Thank you. If you have any questions, you can ask them, fitness related or not. It could be about video games, MMA, anything you want. Yep. But yeah, so besides Halo, I'm not really, there's no real games I'm waiting for. I'm just kind of going with it, going with the flow, seeing what games come out. But yeah, I'm just stuck on Modern Warfare and I've been playing that a ton. When I'm not working or doing something, I'm playing Modern Warfare. But yeah, I had a ton of fun with that so far. I was hoping that the update or the patch would have been a little better, but it's not. So we'll see if they drop another one, but I don't know. They've dropped like 5 already or something like that. Sir Creeps a lot said, if I follow Athlean X and if I do, what's my opinion on him? I do follow Athlean X. I think that he's one of the best YouTubers out by far. I think that his the approach that he takes in regards to like the science of it, I really like. I think he's one of the best at coming up with new exercises that have a purpose. Like he'll come up with an exercise that I've never thought of or I couldn't even think of, and it has a specific purpose to remedy a certain solution. Whether it's like, for example, he had that video where he, you keep your wrist flexed or extended, and then you do curls like that. Because again, if you don't, what happens is when you curl, you tend to do like a wrist curl to recruit this musculature to aid in the curl itself. So from like little tips like that, or tips to help someone feel a muscle, he just has a lot of good videos. I do disagree with him. Oh no, the microphone is for I am using my phone, but the microphone, I'm using a lav mic. It's connected. So it's like a lav mic. So yeah, so no, the mic on the phone's not that good. But so Sir Creeps, so yeah, I do love his channel. I would definitely grade it good. Now, if I'm just being nitpicky, there's certain things that I disagree with him on, in like in regards to like when he starts talking about more advanced science topics. Like I remember one time he did a video on saying that, the second someone quotes PubMed, they're wrong or something like that, which I thought was one of the dumbest things he's ever said. Yeah, people do. It is a kind of a elitist thing to quote one PubMed article, but if someone is actually quoting the study and they are referencing a study in the proper way, why would we ignore the PubMed whatever article? That doesn't make any sense. You're not just going to disregard it just because someone cites a source. I can't automatically discredit them. You have to look at the source and what they're saying about it. And then like, I guess sometimes he puts too much emphasis on intensity. Like, yeah, it's good to go intense and to train. Like he talks about training to failure, for example, but numerous studies have shown that training to failure does not get any more benefits than leaving a couple reps left in the tank. If you're leaving 2 or 3 reps left in the tank, which is still close to failure, and then you train to failure, you're probably going to make better gains if you just leave a couple reps left in the tank. So I think that when he says you need to train to failure, that's not true, and no science basically says you need to train to failure. There is some studies that show that training to failure is better, but again, those are few and far in between, and there's more studies that show that there is no difference. So you don't need to train to failure. So the fact that he's a big advocate of that, I disagree with him on that. I disagree with him on like, I don't know, there's very little things. It's little things. I could take them case by case, but that's just me nitpicking. And I would love to talk to him if I ever got a chance to talk to him about it. But his channel's huge, so I doubt that will happen. But yeah, no, I like his channel though. It's really good. If I had to grade it, I would give it an A by far, hands down. One of the best out there. But yeah, so yeah, I just disagree with him on very tiny things. I could probably do a whole video on that, but I'm not about to do that. Do I like fishing? No, man. Shane, I'm vegan, just so you know. So no, I don't fish. I don't fish. I don't do anything that involves animals like that. So yeah, I don't ride horses. I don't, anything weird. And again, obviously I'm a big advocate for that, in the sense that I want everyone to go vegan. I don't want to say I'm not a pushy vegan, because when push comes to shove, I'm going to back up what I'm saying when it comes to veganism. But at the same time, I'm not a vegan that's going to sit there and talk down to you, because I understand that when I was vegan, I wasn't a bad person. I just didn't really understand why people were vegan, and when I did, I went vegan. So, but yeah, I don't mean that in a bad way. No problem, Sir Creeps a lot. It's a great channel, yeah. So I definitely one of the best on YouTube. And that he's a genius for coming up with exercises, man. But I'll answer your question. Hi, naturally. How long have I been vegan? About 4.5 years. 4.5 years. Yep. So I've only got stronger as I got vegan. So that correlation, not causation, but still, as long as I know that you going vegan, I know it's not gonna make you weaker. Definitely not. But yeah, right now I'm on a I guess you could say like a lean bulk. Yep. So in January, the end of January, I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna drop like 30 pounds. But right now I'm just trying to get stronger. Yep. Trying to hit that 500 deadlift. I'm so close. So close. I hit 475 like 2 weeks ago. So at a body weight of 195. So what up, Dank Island? Skirt, skirt, skirt in your new whip. Get a Lambo or what? Said, am I gonna cut by cutting carbs? No, just calories. Calories. When you match for protein, cutting carbs. I'll just state this about that is I'm not a big advocate with carb manipulation. I'm not. I don't think there's a really good point to that. I haven't seen any science that shows anything positive for cutting out carbs. Again, carbs are anaerobic fuel source because they store as glycogen in muscle tissue. So the studies that I do know and evidence that I do know that shows that in long-term usage, probably not in the short term, but longer term, it's probably not good for hypertrophy. And I really doubt it's good for strength either. But yeah, I'm not. So yeah, I don't cut carbs, just calories. So in January, I'll cut calories, and yeah, I'll just drop weight. Cutting is easy for me. I hate when my numbers drop. So when I cut calories, my numbers start dropping, and my lifts, like my bench, squat, deadlift, all that good stuff, they start dropping. So I don't cut that often. And plus, I was talking to Eric Helms in this group that I'm in with him, the mass group. Eric Helms is a really smart guy. I told him how often I was cutting, and he said it was too often. So yeah, so that's why I've been off a cut for a while. Dang, you too broke for a car? How you gonna come in here with the skirt and you ain't got a car, man? You gotta get yourself a Lambo or something, a Bugatti, Then you can skirt on everyone's fucking lawn. Just, do donuts. Crash through the front door. You can get that, what was it, that new Bugatti that went 300 miles an hour or some shit like that? Didn't it go 300? It was like the first car to ever do it or something. I don't know. I ain't got no Lambo either, but it's a process. It's a process. But yeah, so I'm just gonna cut calories in January. That'll be pretty hard. I don't like cutting. I like eating. But I'll be able to do it easy. I'll give you guys a physique update then too. But yeah, I'm like, even though I'm on like a lean bulk, I can still lightly see my abs, very lightly, which is surprising. So that when I do cut, it will be easy for me. But for Sir Creepsaw, this actually shows how much I like Athlean-X. I'm actually using his ab, the core app he has for his core workouts. It was only $3. I was like, what? I was expecting that shit to be like $20. But it's $3, and his core, that's one thing that I will never, like, I can come up with core workouts, but his core workouts are just so creative, it's ridiculous, man. I don't know how he comes up with some of that shit. I'm just like, I don't know where he even like, I don't know how he does it, but that app is amazing. If you guys don't have that app, it's only $3 on the App Store. It's the Athlete Next app. It gives you good core workouts. Said high and naturally. He said, me too. I think you can build better with no cutting at all or calorie restriction. Oh yeah, you definitely can. The thing is, when you cut, it's not even an opinion. It's a fact that your testosterone is gonna drop. Cuts are just not good for creating an anabolic environment in your body. If you're constantly cutting, and I knew this before, I just didn't think I was doing it too much, but he said I was doing it too much. So I trust him, very smart person. But yeah, so that's why I haven't cut in like 8 months. I'm just giving my body this. But honestly, my weight's been floating around 195. It hasn't changed. I eat so much food and it hasn't changed. Dank Islands and my Healy shoes, those were the shit back in elementary. Quids that were rolling all over the place. Also, is there a con to eating only plants? Nope, there's not a con. If you do it in any relatively intelligent way. People always take a shitty vegan diet and they'll be like, I can't make gains from eating a plant-based diet. Yeah, bullshit. How about you just do it in a halfway competent way and then you'll be okay. A vegan diet is still a diet. You have to have somewhat intelligent decisions. You can't just fucking eat grass all day or fucking ice cubes and expect to make gains. You know, if you're somewhat smart about what you eat, a wide variety of foods, make sure your protein's in check. A plant-based diet's better. It's the best. Sir Creeps a lot. Well, Shane, real quickly, no, I don't know who 8 Thoughts is. No idea. Never even heard of him. Is that a YouTuber or? Never even heard of him. Sir Creeps a lot said opinions on calisthenics versus powerlifting. Powerlifting is completely different. Calisthenics, you're just using your body as a resistance, a form of resistance. And even though you can use it, you can manipulate your body in certain ways to make longer moment arms, there is still there's still like a soft cap to how heavy you can make your body. There's only so heavy you can make your body. So there's going to be a point where if you're trying to gain absolute strength, increase your 1 rep max, calisthenics is not going to be the best way to do that. But obviously with calisthenics, it's a lot more dynamic, which is going to cause you to use your core a lot more. So calisthenics obviously sounds simple that I'm saying that, but a lot more core involvement, less absolute loads, more dynamic, more planes of movement, and more functional. I don't really like that word, but just for lack of a better word. On powerlifting, you're testing more absolute loads. You obviously have an external load. You're not just using your body weight. Less dynamic, much less dynamic, less core involvement, and again, just more absolute raw strength. So, again, powerlifting is specific. If you want to get strong in the big 3, you powerlift. If you just want to look jacked, calisthenics is probably much better of an option. But you can still get jacked with powerlifting exercises, a squat, bench, and deadlift if you program them enough. Remember, volume, how much you do in the gym, is going to dictate the magnitude of adaptation as long as the intensity is sufficient. So if you're training hard enough and you're doing enough in the gym, you're going to make gains. And you can do that with calisthenics or powerlifting type movements. High Naturally said there's a lot of ex-vegans claiming vegan doesn't work, get a lot of digestive problems. What do you think about that? Bullshit. They're lying. And just because a vegan diet doesn't work for them, don't blame the vegan diet. It could just be the foods that they're eating. I think most people will find what they're looking for. One, how do we know most of these people aren't lying? They could be lying. I think they are. Just to say, oh, well, now I can go back to a regular diet, or just to talk shit on a vegan diet. Like, legit, people will do that. They'll try a vegan diet, then they'll say, oh, well, it didn't work, or, oh, my stomach hurt. Like, yeah, fuck you. You're probably eating too much fiber. I don't like that excuse. It's such a cop-out, or how do you know you're not just doing the vegan diet wrong? You could try changing up different foods. It's food. I don't buy that excuse at all. Yeah, but Shane, I have no idea who that is. What is it? What does he go over? And do you ever, into High Naturally said, do you ever experience problems with vegan diet, like digestive stress? No, one time I did, but honestly, I was trying to eat healthier, like the Whole Foods plant-based vegan, and I was getting way too much fiber, man. I was getting so much fiber. I didn't realize it when I looked. I think I was getting like 100 grams of fiber or some shit like that, man. I was so gassy. It was just, my stomach was just all the time. So I backed off on eating so strict. Like, I don't eat a Whole Foods plant-based diet like all the time. I eat some, you know, less, I don't want to say less healthy, but some easier to digest foods. And then and then I had no issue. But yeah, I was getting way too much. Oh, he's a Call of Duty YouTuber, Shane. It says, and shows off muscle. I thought he got it from me. What do you mean he thought he got it from me? Got what from me? I've High Naturally said, I have a hard time digesting beans. How do you adapt? I just don't eat beans that often, man, to be honest. I eat a lot of mock meats. I like mock meats. They might be processed, whatever, but again, I haven't seen enough evidence that processed foods are that bad for you or bad for you at all. I just did read a study though that processed foods basically cause people to overeat more, but I don't have issues with my weight, so I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, so, but beans, I wouldn't eat too much beans, man. Just mix them at your foods. Have some, put some tofu in there, beans one time, then mock meat another time. Then every once in a while, it's not bad to get some fast food. They got vegan fast food everywhere, so that's what I would do. You said, thought he got it from you. What are some, okay, his muscles, oh, because he knows Ackman? No, I don't think so, maybe. I have no idea, maybe he did. I have no idea, yeah. So Sir Creeps, so my opinion on keto diet, I don't like it. Again, I don't like anything that lowers carbs. I'm not a big on. Now, the only way that I like the keto diet is if it helps the individual stick to a better way of eating. Some people will say that I like eating keto and it helps me get in less calories. Because it helps them adhere to a diet at all, any diet, then fine, keto works for them. But if someone is trying to specifically eat keto because keto has some magical properties to it, it's not true, and I'm not a big fan. Again, I haven't seen a study that when you control for calories and protein, where keto is better. And again, remember this, when you're going keto, you're cutting out pretty much all fruits, which I'm not a big advocate for. I think obviously fruits are healthy. So I don't keto, nah, I'm not a big fan. But again, if it helps an individual, if someone says, look, I've tried all the diets, the only one that lets me manage my calories and I feel like it lets me stick to a diet good is keto, fine. Adherence is king of anything, you know. If you can't stick to a diet, let's just say the second you get off keto, you start drinking soda all the time, you're eating ice cream all the time, you're on the road to becoming a diabetic, but the second you get off that and you're on keto, you're eating healthier, then great. I give keto props if it can do that for you. But most people don't do it for that reason. They do keto because they think there's some magical property to it when there isn't. So I'm not big on keto. Again, carbs are good. Carbs are our fuel source for lifting. I don't think carbs are bad. Now, some carbs can be bad, you know, if you're eating pure sugar all day. She said, what's my favorite plant-based patty brand? Oh, it's hard to say. I like Gardeins. I don't know how to pronounce it. Gardein stuff. Gardein. I like their patties. Their patties are pretty good. There's also another brand, I forgot. It's like in a green packaging. They have these the meat version. It's called the meat patty or whatever, but it's a vegan version. It tastes really good. They have the cheeseburger or whatever. Honestly, pretty much I would say anything but Boca, to be honest. I'm not really a big fan of the Boca burger. It's just not me. I don't know. It's not my style. I've tried it, but I don't really have a picky palate. Like, if you take a vegan patty and you put it on a burger, and you put good vegan sauce and um, what do I think of? I don't know, man. You need help. Feels crazy. But yeah, got a lot of weirdos today. But yeah, honestly, if you put the right vegan sauces and like lettuce, tomato, and it's a good patty and it's cooked right, then yeah, I honestly would like it. I'm not really have a favorite, but Gardine's a good one. I like them, if I'm saying that right. But drinking protein during a workout, no. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you. Well, actually, it could have hurt you, maybe. Because maybe just, when blood's getting directed towards your stomach, it's probably not good. It could make you throw up, but assuming you don't have an issue with that, I think that the return on investment that you get from basically the return on investment you get from taking the time to drink protein during your workout, I don't think is worth the I don't think it's worth the investment. I just don't. It's not. You might get this much of a benefit, whereas if you put that time somewhere else, you could be getting more return on investment. So I guess, look, to sum that up, is there's not really much harm in drinking protein during the workout, but if your regular protein intake is where it needs to be for the whole day, I don't think drinking it during the workout is really going to do anything. So instead of drinking it during the workout, just drink water and then take that protein after your workout. Daily total protein intake is much more important than drinking it during. Again, what really bugs me about fitness is people will focus on the littlest shit and expect it to give them like this much results. I've seen people doing shit like that. They'll be drinking aminos during the workout, but their sleep is fucking ass. It's horrible. They're getting like 5 hours of sleep a night. Sleep is going to have so much more of a return on investment in regards to your gains than drinking aminos during your workout. Like, what the fuck? Like, just if your total daily protein intake is right where it needs to be, then you're not really gonna get a benefit from eating protein during your workout. You need to focus on the things that are gonna give you the most return on investment. Meal timing is not gonna give you as much benefit as working on your programming. Making sure you get 100 ounces of water versus 80 ounces of water is not going to be that big of a difference if you're overeating and you're trying to lose weight. Eric Helms has a book called the Strength Training Pyramid. It's like a picture of a pyramid. It's a book, but the concept is a pyramid, and you focus on the things that give you the most return on your investment in regards to training and nutrition. Something like that would be one of the last things you focus on, is where to take your protein. As long as you're getting enough throughout the day, then that's what matters. So yeah, a lot of people do that. Trust me. It's a give and take on time thing. If you make sure your meal timing is right where it needs to be, but your sleep is shit, I mean, your priorities are all out of whack. I guess a good example would be, what if I have a car and I'm over here making sure that my rims look fucking spotless. My rims are spotless. They're the best. I'm driving around. I have a fresh ass whip, but I haven't got an oil change in 6 months. You see what I'm saying? It's like, if someone's like, how do I make my car look better and run better and better overall? I'm not going to tell someone I'm going to say, bro, you need to get an oil change first. Worry about your rims like later. Rims are like the last thing you need to worry about. Trust me, it happens all the time. Sir Creeps a lot said, have you seen Every Damn Day Fitness. Yeah, I like his channel. Yes, I like his channel a lot. I do think that when I first seen his channel, I was like, damn, he's going kind of harsh on what was it, V Shreds' bullshit. But then I seen V Shreds' video and I was like, man, that is a total ripoff. He like so copied Athlete X like word for word, but he didn't even know what he was talking about. Like the video he copied was that one where he's manipulating the basically Athlete X does a video like the rocking tricep. Whenever you're doing like an exercise, you're going to want kind of like a 90-degree angle. Basically, it's going to cause the most tension on that muscle tissue. Like look at a bench press. At the bottom of a bench press, the moment arm is longest in regards to horizontal adduction of the humerus. So like that's why just off the bottom of the bench press is a sticking point. So basically the rocking tricep example was where he was like showing how to change that kind of strength curve by moving closer and further away from obviously the weight stack. But Vince or whatever the fuck his name is didn't know how to say that, and he just looked, I don't know. He basically robbed Athlete X, so it was ridiculous. But yeah, I like Every Damn Day Fitness, good channel. Says I follow Jeff, don't I? Yeah, I follow Jeff. You mean Jeff Nippert or Jeff Cavalier? There's two Jeffs that have big channels on fitness, ironically, on YouTube. I actually like Jeff Nippert's channel better than Jeff Cavalier. I think Jeff Nippert's channel is one of the best. He did get bodied in that vegan topic. That whole vegan thing with vegan gains in him, he got completely destroyed. But I do think that Jeff Nippert has a really good channel. Shane said keto doesn't seem good at all, and my sister is vegan and doesn't eat right like you're supposed to, like doesn't have calories or something like that. Basically she's doing something wrong. If she's not eating enough calories, then yeah, it's gonna fuck you up. When you lower your overall calories, obviously your body needs energy to do shit, but people forget is when you eat less food, you're leaving yourself less room to hit all the micronutrients you need for the day. And knowing that women need like twice as much iron as men, yeah, Shane, that can mess her up. Oh, Jeff Cavalier. Yeah, I follow him. I follow Athlete X. Yeah, I don't watch all of the videos he puts out. Ironically, like, and this is where I need to talk to open-minded people. I'm sure you guys are very open-minded because some people will get all butthurt and shit. Ironically, I think that for as much as Jeff says put the science back in strength, he doesn't put much science. And I don't say that in a bad way necessarily. He talks a lot about like the anatomy and how a muscle functions, but I think that when it comes to basically like, okay, when it comes to, how do I say, sometimes his channel feels more like a putting my really good anecdotal experience back in strength. That's what it sounds more like his channel is. Because again, like look at Jeff Nippert's channel. Jeff Nippert, I feel like references scientific studies more and in a very good way than Jeff does. Jeff never ever brings up studies. Yeah, he brings up how a muscle works and insertion and origin points and the functions of a muscle and how to apply them to a certain exercise. Yeah, that's science, but that's more of his understanding of how the body works. Some of the stuff he says, I could easily be like, how do you know that's true? Where's the evidence for that? Are you just saying that because you're connecting dots here? Because that's not always the best way to come to a conclusion. Again, like his talks on intensity, I don't think he's wrong on a lot of the talks he has on intensity. So I don't know. His channel is more like a putting the practical applications or putting my good anecdotal experience back into strength. It's not, sometimes it doesn't feel like he's putting the science back into strength, in my opinion at least. He doesn't really talk science much besides, again, his knowledge of how the body works. That's just my opinion. You said you do a keto-ish style day on my cardio days. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't go keto all the time, but yeah, you know, if that works for you. Again, if it works for you, it works for you. If hitting your fiber intake, your micronutrient intake, you're eating healthy. I don't see issue with that at all. Sir Creepslot said, personal question, but what kind of music do you listen to? I listen to two styles of music. One, I don't listen to much more just because I haven't heard any good music from that genre. And the second one I listen to more. The first one is I used to listen to a lot when I was younger, and I still listen to it now, is like heavy metal. By heavy metal, I mean like grindcore, deathcore, new metal. And by new, I mean NU metal. People think I mean new as in like NEW, but no. So like bands like OTEP's first two albums I thought were amazing. Sevastra and House of Secrets. Carnifex, Chelsea Grin's EP. Oh man, that shit was so tight. Annotations of an Autopsy, Despised Icon. All those bands like that I listen to. I don't listen to them. I listen to the old stuff sometimes, but I don't listen to any new stuff in metal. No, not a day to remember. If there's singing in it, man, I usually don't like it. I hate when they bring in singing bullshit into metal. It just does not do it for me. But now all I listen to is rap. That's all I listen to. I kind of flipped like a while back, and a long time ago actually. I've been listening to rap for years, but I mean, rap's by far my favorite genre. Tory Lanez, when he raps, is a fucking god. Mac Miller's my favorite rapper of all time. Rest in peace. I've met him twice. Snow the Product. I love her. I just went to a concert of hers. I did the vlog. So yeah, Snow the Product. Royce da 5'9". Older Eminem. Yeah, I mean, raps. That's all I listen to now. Yeah, man, vegan. It's. I don't know if I'd say dangerous. Maybe it's just like not NF or oh, let me the keto, but like keto, it's more of like a, I would say pointless, because a lot of the people that do it have to go through that, what is it, the keto sickness, or they have to go through that like really harsh. I've never done keto. Actually, no, I've manipulated carbs one time, but it wasn't keto. It was more carb manipulation, but they have to go through that. Apparently you go through a period where you feel like shit. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't see the point of it. And then I eat a lot of fruit, so I'd have to stop eating all fruit. That shit's dumb. Yeah, probably. But NF, no, I heard of NF, man, and I heard his music here and there. In my opinion, I hate to say this, and I don't mean this in a like that bad of a way, because I know people like to throw this word around, but in my opinion, not all of his music, but a lot of it, in my opinion, just sounds a little too corny, man. I don't know, it's just, he sounds a little too dramatic, and maybe I need to give it another shot. I don't know. It's a little too corny for me. And again, I listen to shit that people call corny too, so I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I like a lot of Hobson's music, and people say he's corny. I can definitely see that. But I mean, he knows how to rap. If you listen to his Tim Westwood freestyles, he has like 3 Tim Westwood freestyles. The 2 newest ones, not the one that he did with Funk Volume, but the 2 he did on his own. God damn, he went off, man. So many bars. Gabe said, I did keto when there was no keto sickness. Yeah, there might not have been for you, but I mean, if look up online, so many people are saying, I hate this. I have a keto flu or whatever it is, or I'm going through that dry spell. I feel like shit. They talk. It's a common thing, and they'll trudge through all of that just for what? I don't know. And again, if it helps them, stick to a diet, cool. But most of the time, I don't know. I just think that keto is not really worth it. Keto crotch. What? Did I say that? Jake Hill and Josh A? Nuh-uh. Who's that? More music? Never heard of him. Oh, so you stopped the keto because you started exercising? Oh yeah, no, Super Creeps. No, I haven't. I definitely know some low-key rappers. But just there's so many out there. Like, and that's one thing I hate when people try to say that rap's not good these days. Like, bullshit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot more shitty artists. However, people dictate what shitty is, like not as skilled. But there are still rap's very prominent. Hip hop is the biggest genre out right now by far. It's not even close. And I think that there are a lot of good artists out there, a lot of very technical raps. Just to me, the skill for rap is at a different level. Again, I mean, a rapper that I follow, Shoddy Horror. He's a battle rapper. He has one of the few battle rappers that actually makes really good music. I love his rapping. There's so many rappers out, but yeah, no, I never heard of those two. No, Gabe, that's smart though. Because again, carbs are going to help you work out better by far. As long as you make sure your protein's up, you know, you should not have the issue. Not at all. But yeah, I follow rap. Like, I don't watch battle rap as much just because I feel like it's kind of been a little lackluster. But I love battle rap. Yeah, there's a lot of good battle rappers. Not necessarily that make music, but just for good at battle rapping. Fresco, man, when he battled Thesaurus, he was fucking on fire. Your cousin used to rap. I actually write. I don't rap, but I write rap. I don't. Well, I guess I kind of do, but I like freestyling a lot too. And no, I'm not about to do that shit on live. I'll probably do it at some point, but not. You guys are probably gonna have to get a few drinks in me or something. But from what I've been told, I'm good. I like practicing and putting in more work than I do like talking about it, because I feel like what Hobson said it best: don't say you rap if you don't practice. So many people like saying they're rappers, but they don't ever practice, which kind of bugs me. You know, I'd rather someone practice in the dark on their own, not in a spotlight for thousands of hours, and then boom, when they do fucking spit some bars, do a freestyle, they're just really good, versus someone who practices here and there and says, oh yeah, you know, I'm such a good rapper, and it's like, nah, you're not, you fucking suck. But no, if your cousin, yeah, that's tight though. Does he still rap now? But yeah, I love rap. It's a good genre. Token's another one that I listen to. Token's getting bigger by the day. He just put up a post on YouTube where he bought a house, a big ass house, just because he made it independently, and just, yeah. I mean, you look at Tech Nine, and he's a powerhouse. You just got so many rappers out these days, and again, I wish Tory Lanez would rap more, but said, do you have any advice for eating healthy when it comes to someone who doesn't have the most availability when it comes to healthy food? What do you mean? You don't have availability to healthy food. Do you not? Is it just not in the stores around you, or this is when it comes to someone who doesn't have the most availability when it comes to healthy food. Again, yeah, just kind of clarify that to me if you can. Like, is it just not in stores by you? I mean, I would just say eat what you can, you know? Pick a few key foods that you like to eat. So I'm assuming your parents shop for you then, right? They get the food? I mean, maybe just talk to them, you know? If your parents get your food, talk to them. Just say, maybe sit them down, have a serious talk, say, you know, I'm trying to be healthier. I don't want to grow up and have bad, you know, health problems. I don't want, you know, diabetes, or I don't want heart disease. Can we buy some more fruits? Or what do you mean? So you seem to be talking pretty vague. So who buys your food then? I mean, even if you don't have much money or whatever the situation is, you have to eat at some point. I'm sure, I mean, or you'd be dead. uh, I trust me, I've been there. No, but you know, I mean, you have to eat at some point. You're gonna have to hustle to get some food. So I mean, how was that situation for you? So your cousin's retired. He says he's retired. You gotta tell him to get back in it. Tell him drop those mixtapes like nothing, like candy. But yeah, I mean, it just depends. Like I would just a lot of healthy food is cheap. Corn, again, corn's cheap. Peas are cheap. You said my mom works a lot, so she normally just buys a little bit of food from like Dollar General every now and then when she has time. Do you go to school or have a job, Sir Creeps a lot? If he's fired, tell him to get back in the booth, man. Fire in the booth all day. What's his name? I forgot his name. He has that fire in the booth thing he does over in Europe. I mean, that's where you might have to hustle, man. When I was in oh yeah, Big Shaq. That's not who I meant. I meant the guy who does the fire in the booth, Charlie Sloth. That's what I'm talking about. But not, isn't that guy, the Big Shaq, the tingo ting, that guy, the fucking the weird noisemaker. Um, yeah, beans and rice is pretty cheap. Um, I'm telling you, might be where you have to hustle, man. I mean, like to be honest, and I know it may sound weird, but you have to ask yourself how bad you want it. Like I wish I would have worked when I was in high school or when I was in school. If you have to get a part-time job, if you literally apply to 10 places a week, you're gonna get a job in a couple months at least, easy. And if you just go nuts and do like 5 applications a day, it might be a lot of work, man. You can get a part-time job somewhere, and if you get a part-time job, literally walk to the store, put a bunch of stuff in a backpack, cans of vegetables and some fruits, and then walk them back. You do a couple trips once a week, you got enough, you know, you don't need that many veggies, you know, and that much fruit to stay healthy. It might just come down to hustling, man. Yeah, or if that's just not doable, or you don't feel like you got to do that, then you need to yeah, you gotta just talk to your mom, tell her, you know, we don't have a lot of money, but can you get like a couple cans of vegetables or something. But honestly, man, sometimes you just gotta hustle. You gotta get a little part-time job going. Action adventure for PS4, God of War got amazing ratings. God of War. You could probably get the new God of War. You can get the old God of Wars. No problem, man. And I know it's hard, man. Trust me, I've been there. But I mean, sometimes it just comes down to that shit. Honestly, what I used to do to go to concerts, man, I would buy candy, and this works. I'm telling you right now. If you can get $10, buy some candy, cheap candy at like the dollar store or something, man. Buy some boxers, or maybe go to Costco or buy them online and sell them at your school out of your backpack. That's what I would do. Sell them for like double. Trust me, people will pay for the convenience. There's so many people who would buy like a fucking pack of Skittles for like $2 for one little thing, man. And I made enough money to go to a concert because my dad said if I could make the money for it to go, I'd be able to go. That's how I went to those OTEP concerts. So yeah, sell some candy, man. I'm telling you, it'll work. Just tell people you got candy on deck and put it in your backpack. That shit will work. I'm telling you. You could easily make some money that way. And it'll just help. It all comes down to hustling, man. You gotta, that shit, you know. So, but high naturally, I would say God of War, the old God of Wars. So the new one and the old ones, they probably have the collector's edition for the old ones. Ratchet and Clank, any of the Ratchet and Clank games are fun as shit. I like the older ones better, but the newer ones are still good. What else? Action adventure. I don't know if they have Bayonetta on there or the Bayonetta on the PlayStation 4, but that seems pretty good. Devil May Cry, the DMC Definitive Edition, good. If they have the Devil May Cry trilogy on the PlayStation 4, Devil May Cry 3, an amazing game. Yeah, that's all I got right now off the top of my head. Borderlands just came out. That's a good game. Yeah. So Borderlands, Devil May Cry series, God of War series, Ratchet and Clank series, action or Dark Souls. You could get Dark Souls. Have you played that? High Naturally, that shit. Yeah, Dark Souls is gonna make you want to blow your fucking brains out. The new Fallen Order. Oh yeah, everyone keeps telling me. Everyone keeps saying the new Fallen Order. I don't really play Star Wars games, but after the bullshit that was Battlefront 2, they needed a good Star Wars game. Minecraft has the most adventure. Yeah, but I don't know. Minecraft's boring to me, kind of. I can see why people like it. I'm not trying to shit on it. I can see why people like it, but not my thing. Oh, you see people doing that at your school a lot? Trust me, I'm telling you, it'll work. If you sell candy, sell shit. It doesn't even have to be candy. It could be lots of shit. But, I mean, people are going to wipe. You could sell gum. Conspiracy cats. Is it looming over a flat surface? What? I have no idea what you mean, bro. Are you one of those weirdos? I had like 5 people earlier that were fucking saying some weird ass shit. So you definitely don't think soy products are estrogenic or experience an estrogenic effect on our body or libido? No, and no studies have shown that. I think they had some studies where it was like rats, but if I'm not mistaken, they had to eat like 80 times the amount they were supposed to or something. So yeah, nah, I eat soy all the time, and honestly, I'm the strongest and and it's an anecdote that I'm saying, but I mean, you guys know I wouldn't lie to you. I would tell you, but no. So no, I don't think it has any negative effect or estrogenic effect on our body. No. I mean, I would not recommend eating it every single meal, pounds of it or something. Like, don't do that. But if you're eating it in regular amounts, no, I don't think there's an issue there. Bayonetta, yeah, Bayonetta was. I haven't played it. I've seen it, but I know that who was it? Ninja Theory who made Bayonetta? I forgot. Dark Souls 3 is one of my favorite. So is mine, but I wanted to fucking break that game, okay? Break it. The dancer is literally one of the worst bosses I've ever played. I remember the first fucking boss, that guy with the the flaming sword guy. It took me like 30 tries to fucking kill that guy. And when I finally killed him, he gets a second health bar and he gets harder. I'm like, I remember I beat him and he like, there's like the cutscene and he gets another health bar and he fucking did like this little sword dash where like it left a trail of fire and he killed me in one hit. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, really? I was so pissed. But then again, later on, I found the dancer and I just, yeah. I wanted to blow my brains out. I can't. Oh, Spider-Man on the PS4. Yep. I didn't play it, but everyone said that was good. I feel like those types of games. Said I don't fancy Minecraft either. He said, sorry, my mate Ranty wanted to know. I didn't get it either. What? I have no idea. No, you're good. I have no idea what the hell. There you go, man. Dropping the soy knowledge. I feel that. Soul of Cinder is so good. Who's that? Soul of Cinder. Is that a game? Or is that the boss? What up, Unbox Warehouse? Yo, yo, yo. Spider-Man was great. The Dancer and Pontiff Sullivan have my favorite OST songs. Okay, so Pontiff, is that guy that was in the church? I think that's right where I stopped playing. I never beat the game. Oh, Soul of Cinder. Okay, yeah, that's his name. Yeah, that fool was so hard. I was like, what? No, not like that hard, but I mean, it was annoying as shit. The thing is, when I first played that guy, I had no points in health. None. I had no points in health. Like zero. All my points were in all the other shit. Like agility and whatever. I can't remember the stats, but I had none in health. So my health bar was like that fucking big. Uh, so yeah, I like died so quick. But then I left, put some points in health, and it was a little better. But yeah, the Pontiff Sullivan, if that's the guy in the church with that knight armor looking guy, that's when I stopped playing. Ranty talks bullocks anyway. He thinks the earth is flat. You gotta talk some sense into him. The earth is flat. Alright, I'm gonna head out. No, I'm just kidding. Do you watch anime? Yes, I do. Not currently, but because I don't know, I don't only have so much time. But I've watched Death Note, loved it. I've watched most of Bleach. I think Bleach is still running. I didn't watch any of the new episodes, but I finished it until they killed the Aizen guy. Whoops, sorry if you haven't watched it. My bad. Spoiler, I guess. But yeah, Bleach. Naruto, I completed. I fucking hated Naruto's ending. I did not like Naruto's ending at all. It was just a mess. Yu Yu Hakusho, I've watched. I finished that. I tried watching Hunter x Hunter. Didn't like it. And I know I'm going to get stabbed for this. Please don't unsubscribe. But I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was so fucking overrated. I watched it and I could not get why people were tripping out about that shit. The fights were lackluster. I fell asleep like through so many of those episodes. I watched them. But every time I say this shit, everyone fucking they just want to lose their shit. I don't know. I think it's overrated. Have I tried Red Dead Redemption? Not yet. I'm not really into the Grand Theft Auto style games, man. I'm not. I'm sorry. They're good games. It's like, in music, have you ever heard of a good band? You know the band is good in their genre, but you don't like it. Like, it's not something you bump on the daily. That's kind of like Red Dead Redemption. I know it's a good game. I know the Rockstar games are good. They're just not my style. I'm more of like I don't know. Not my style. Where do I get my omega-3s? Honestly, I'm not keeping track of stuff like that. Like, I just eat nuts and seeds a lot. I eat a lot of avocado. Yeah. I have some vegan butter. I think the vegan butter has omega-3s in it. So yeah, I definitely get them. I just get them from random sources. I tried to me, but he doesn't even know what diffraction is. I don't even know what diffraction is. I don't even know what that means. But I know the Earth's not flat. Oh, I left when it gets fun. Maya, what does it get? Oh yeah, I don't even think I reached the boss that people said was hardest, the hardest in the game. So I don't even want to see that shit. Hey, can you believe that someone actually beat that game without taking a single hit? 2 guys beat it. 2 guys beat Dark Souls 3 without taking a single hit. They didn't get touched one time the entire game. All the DLC too. So yeah, like, fucking mind blown. Destiny can be fun. Destiny can be fun, but they messed up a lot. But what I think is really good is them parting ways with Activision. That is the best thing they could have done. Now that gets me excited for Destiny 3. It does, hands down. I'm so happy that hands down. So I'm so happy that they're parted ways. I think Activision was just fucking their game up. Messed the story up. The monetization was grimy. They were doing all that sketchy ass shit where like they were making you play people who have the new weapons and the DLCs, so that when you died by the people who had the DLC weapons, you seen that, and then you wanted the DLC weapons. So they were using all types of crazy manipulation tactics and shit to get you to buy the new DLC. So I don't know, fuck Activision. Fuck all those big companies. EA, they can suck a dick too. Um, I don't know. I don't like that shit. So I'm glad Bungie parted ways from them, but we'll see if it actually helps. I mean, yeah, obviously the marketing is going to be a bitch now, but I mean, I don't know. Is guacamole good for you? It depends how far you get off from the track of it being avocado. If you're dumping a shit ton of salt in it, you mix it with a bunch of like fucking sour cream and you're putting all the shit in it, it could probably get to the point where it's not healthy. But if it's pretty close to regular just avocado, then yeah, I'd say it's healthy. Yeah, they are crazy. He said he once got his subscribers to buy him a drone and then he never used it. How many subscribers does your friend have? And that's kind of messed up. How are you going to get them to buy a drone? And not use it? That's messed up. Do I want a shout out in your next video? Sure, if you want. Oh shit, I didn't know your shit was this big. Oh, you literally argue against flat earthers? Oh shit. Oh damn, I did not know. You literally have people trying to convince you that the earth isn't flat? Yeah, sure. Yeah. I have a lot of videos. Yeah, you can take whatever you want. I mean, I hope you're not up to something trying to make me look bad or something. I don't think you are, but yeah, you can. I appreciate it. Thank you. He said, I'm working on Halo CE on Legendary and I'll finish Reach a while back. Just got motivation to do other Halos. How's the Legendary on that? Is that hard? I know Halo 2's Legendary was brutal. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That means a lot. Yeah, I didn't know you're fucking... I had no idea you were that big. Huh. It's a good thing I'm nice to people before I know their channel, right? If you had just came in and I was an asshole to you, that probably would... You probably could have just been like, bro, this fool's an asshole. So what is your channel about? You just tell people... You try to basically just stunt all over people who are flat earthers, basically. Is Halo CE or both of them? What are their like difficulty levels? Are they hard? Which one's harder in Legendary? I never beat Reach actually, but I read the book like 5 times, so I know the story. And in my opinion, the book was I don't know how it is to the game, but the book was fucking amazing. The book was so sad, man. That shit's sad. So as a fellow vegan, I'll definitely love to pick your brain about fitness and nutrition. Yeah, a lot of the the nutrition and fitness information that I know is not really tied to veganism. It's just it is what it is. Some good people to follow for fitness advice is Eric Helms too. Eric Helms on Instagram. Greg Knuckles on Instagram. Mike Zordos. Those are some really good people. I like following them. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that I know isn't really tied to veganism, so it's not like I know it because I'm vegan. It's just good. It's just info you know by looking at studies. You said I'm a science teacher in real life and I make comedy anti-flat Earth videos. Oh, okay. What science do you teach? I really like science. Science is one of the few. It would probably be my 3rd pick in a career if I didn't like fitness. Oh, physics? Oh, that shit's hard, man. If I didn't like fitness, my next thing that I would probably want to be would be something with philosophy. I took one course in college and I really liked it. And then ever since then, I just like reading on subjects for philosophy. But yeah, like, I don't know, I think like certain topics on like you know, quantum mechanics and stuff. That's very interesting. It's just weird how the world works. Reach is short. Yeah, I could see it being short. Everyone said it has been an amazing campaign though. So thank you. Haven't heard of any of them. Yeah, they're not vegan, but they're just really smart people in regards to training, and they're like no bullshit. I think they're some of the best people out there. But yeah, they're good people. Said Reach's elites are the hardest in any Halo game by far. They have like a 500 millisecond insta kill melee and the best AI easily. Oh, probably because it was like later in the series, so they probably had like the smarter AIs. Hit versus Tabata. I'm not actually. Let me see what Tabata is. Isn't it like a? I never really. Let me look this up real quick. It just seems like, oh, so Tabata, from what I just read, hit is a more of a meta term to Tabata. So hit is like a category, and Tabata, it fits in the category of hit. Tabata is a type of high intensity interval training. But 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, that doesn't really seem. The thing is, okay, when you go too long on, you really can't go that high of an intensity. There's obviously a certain duration where of rest that you're going to need to be able to synthesize, you know, the energy systems needed for high intensity activity. You know, when we use like our ATP-CP system, you know, our adenosine triphosphate creatine phosphate system, it takes time for that to replenish. So if you're doing too much work and you're not getting enough rest, you're going more towards like aerobic metabolism than you are the ATP-CP system or like glycolysis or something. So, I mean, it just seems, Tabata just seems like another form of high intensity interval training. So, I mean, if your goal is to burn calories or get a better cardio, like an aerobic system, then yeah, more work and less rest is beneficial. But I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem. So yeah, so when you say hit versus Tabata, Tabata is a type of hit. So I don't really. It's kind of a weird question to answer. So sprint 100, jog 100 is what you do. That's good. Again, but what's your ultimate goal? Like if you're just trying to get better cardio, yeah, that can help. Cardio is it's all, again, it's all comes kind of down to the, sorry about that. It all comes down to the principle of specificity. So, you know, if you're just trying to get better cardio, it depends. Like just to live better, you could pretty much do almost anything for cardio as long as it's long enough duration. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Conspiracy Cats, I really appreciate it. I mean, thank you. It means a ton. Thank you. I mean, if you want to work something out, if you want to give me a shout out or keep doing the shout outs and you want me to help you whip you up a program or something, I can do that. You know, maybe we could kind of help each other out. But I appreciate the offer. So just, yep. Yeah, you can just comment on any of my videos if you want, if you need to get into touch, or follow me on social media at jpfitnesspro on Instagram. But thank you, Conspiracy Cats. I appreciate it. Sir Creepsaw says, I play hockey, so that's good conditioning. My coach recommended at home and at school. Oh, no, it is, yeah. Hockey's hard. It's not easy. Yeah. It's really hard. But actually, I must go to you guys. I didn't really keep a tab on the time. I appreciate you guys stopping. Thank you, Sir Creeps a lot. Thank you, Conspiracy. Thank you to Vegan Man of Steel. Thank you to High Naturally, Gabe Gaming, everyone who stopped by. Thank you, Cali Girl. Thank you to all the weirdos that stopped by too. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Every single time you guys stop by, you leave a thumbs up. It means a ton. And thank you, Conspiracy, again, for the shout out that you're gonna do. You guys are really cool. I appreciate everything. But enjoy your guys' Friday. If it's Friday where you're at, keep tabs on the fight tomorrow. They got a fight, Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, boxing, heavyweight. Gonna be a good fight. Yep, amazing fight. So I will see you guys sometime in the next couple of days. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, comments, you can leave them on any of my videos at any point. I'll see them. Or again, my Instagram's JP, or it's at jpfitnesspro. So just jpfitnesspro. You guys can add me there. But I will see you guys then.